Hey everyone, today in this video I'm going to give you some reading strategies, and I hope that you will use these reading strategies because these reading strategies will help you to increase your up to 0.5 to 1 band in your IELTS reading module. And that is the reason I hope that you will use these reading strategies whenever you are practicing for your IELTS reading practice test. So let's start. Before starting the reading strategies, I'm going to share the test format with you because it is very important that you all should know the reading format also, that is test format of reading. So during the examination time you will get approximately 60 minutes only, and within those 60 minutes you have to transfer your answers into answer sheet also. So try to solve the reading for approximately, that is within 40 to 45 minutes, so that you could get enough time to transfer your answers into answer sheets. Otherwise you will not get enough time, and you will also not get extra time regarding that. So try to solve the reading within 40 to 45 minutes, and so that you could get enough time, that is approximately 5 to 10 minutes, to transfer your answers into answer sheet. And now I'm going to share the reading test format, that is regarding academic test format and general test format. The academic test format consists of three sections, and these texts could be scientific text. On the other hand, the general test format consists of four texts, and that is you should get four sections at that time. And these sections and the text could be related to any kind of general text. So overall, both for general and academic, you will get only 60 minutes at that time. So now let's start the reading strategies. So the first strategy is regarding time management. As I said earlier also, you have to manage your time. So try to read all the questions and even all the text also, and try to solve, that is 40, you will get 40 questions at that time. So try to solve all the questions within 40 to 45 minutes. It is very important that whenever you are practicing the reading tests at your home also, or even in any kind of coaching centers also, then try to manage your time efficiently. You should always try to solve reading practice test within 40 to 45 minutes, and then you have to transfer your answers in your notebook or wherever you are transferring your answers within 5 to 10 minutes, so that you could manage the time within 60 minutes efficiently. And during your exam time also, it will develop your habit that you will solve all the reading and transfer the answers into answer sheets within 60 minutes. And the next strategy is always try to enhance your vocabulary and reading speed. It is very important to enhance your reading speed because my next strategy depend upon the reading speed only. So always try to read different articles, whatever you get in English language, try to read those things, and try to just underline the vocabulary words. Try to make separate notebook and write those vocabulary words along with their meaning, so that you could know the meaning of those vocabulary words. Overall, I could say that the reading test, that is reading exam, is all about vocabulary. So try to just find out different vocabulary word and try to just to read the different text in a speed, so that it will enhance your reading speed also at the same time. And the next strategy is always try to read the questions. First you have to read the questions and then read the whole passage. Even if you don't understand the passage, it is okay, try to read the passage, and after that try to solve the questions accordingly. Then only it will save your time also, because whenever you read the passage, even if you don't understand, you will get the answers easily. Next one is that you don't have to understand each word in your IELTS reading passages. It is not necessary that you will understand every word in your IELTS text. because it is quite difficult for every person that that you will understand each word. So don't get panic at that time. And the next one is that don't get panic, always try to concentrate effectively. If you lose your concentration, then definitely you will lose your marks at that time. So the next tip is that not get any kind of negative marking. So always try to find out all the answers, always try to just answer all the answers, even if you do not know, even if you have any kind of doubt also regarding that answer, try to write the answer. When you will get lucky at that time if your answer is right, because you will not get any kind of negative marking. So the next strategy is that you have to just answer all the answers. But if you do not know the answer of any question, don't try to spend too much time on any one question. Just move to another question and try to find out the answer of another question. What you can do is you can just mark that question for review, and after solving all the questions you could just try to solve the left questions also at that time. But don't try to spend too much time on one question. It is just a wastage of time, and you will not get enough time to solve other questions at that time. So these are the strategies which I want to give you regarding reading, and I hope that you will just try to focus on these strategies and try to solve the reading test according to time and with using these strategies. So let's start. And first of all, I'm going to read all the questions, and then I'm going to read the passage, and that is the whole passage without understanding. That is, even if I don't understand, then also I'm going to read the whole passage, and then I'm going to solve all the questions. So now let's start with the questions. The questions are: heavy loads lifting sacks of fertilizer, carrying food for animals, divide into containers that weigh less, use a vehicle such as a tractor, awkward posture, lifting a restless dash by particular dash to help with support, moving something around a big dash, a lot of dash while working, fixing a fallen dash, use a workbench instead. Now I'm going to read the whole passage. So now while I am reading, you should also understand what type of, that is how much reading speed you also need in order to read the whole passage without wasting any time. So let's start. Farms tend to be full of activity. There are always jobs to be done, and some tasks require physical manual work. While it is good for people to be active, there are risk factors associated with this, and efforts need to be made to reduce them. The first risk relates to the carrying of an excessive load or weight. This places undue demands on the spine and can cause permanent damage. Examples of tasks that involve this risk are moving 50 kg fertilizer bags from one side to another, or carrying heavy buckets of animal feed around fields. According to the UK Health and Safety Executive, activities such as these should be avoided at all times. Their documentation states that other methods should be considered, such as breaking down the load into smaller containers prior to movement, or transporting the materials using a tractor or other vehicle. The risk posed by excessive force is made worse if the person lifting is also bending over, as this increases pressure on the discs in the back. If a load is bulky or hard to grasp, such as a lively or agitated animal, it will be more difficult to hold while lifting and carrying. The holder may adopt an awkward posture, which is tiring and increases the risk of injury. Sometimes a load has to be held away from the body because there is a large obstacle in the area, and the person lifting needs to be able to see where their feet are going. This results in increased stress on the back. Holding a load at arm's length imposes about 5 minutes the stress of a close to the body position. In such cases, handling aids should be purchased that can take the weight of the load and minimize the potential for injury. Another risk that relates to awkward posture is repetitive bending when carrying out a task. An example might be repairing a gate that has collapsed onto the ground. This type of activity increases the stress on the lower back because the back muscles have to support the weight of the upper body. The farmer should think about whether the job can be performed on one workbench, reducing the need of prolonged awkward posture. Now I'm going to solve the answers accordingly because in the back of my head I could get the answers now easily because I have already read the passage. So first question is, that is the question number 15th is, heavy loads lifting sacks of dash. So I'm going to see where the heavy load is. That in the first line I could get that excessive load, and sacks could be related to any kind of bag. So I could get the answer, that is in the third line, fertilizer bags. So the sacks could be bags, that is any kind of bag, any kind of container. So lifting sacks of fertilizer is the first answer. Now I'm going to read the next question. Next question is related to awkward posture. I had already read that awkward posture is in second paragraph. So let's read, lifting a restless dash. What is something is related to lifting. So I could get the answer in the first line of second paragraph, that is such as lively or agitated animal, it will be more difficult to hold while lifting and carrying. So the answer is animal. The next question is, moving something around a big dash. That is moving something around something is moving around something. Sometimes a load has to be held away from the body because there is a large obstacle in the area. So obstacle is the answer. The next question is, buy a particular dash to help with support. So buy a particular something to help with support. They are asking about buying something which will help them to support. So the answer could be in the second last line of the second paragraph, that is, in such cases, handling aids should be purchased that can take the weight of the load and minimize the potential for injury. So the answer is aids, and the answers are related to one word. It is not shown in the image of the video, but the answer is related to one word only. So that is the reason I am finding only one word answers. So the next question is, a lot of dash while working. A lot of dash while working. So let's see, in the last paragraph, another risk that relates to awkward posture is repetitive bending. A lot of means repetitive, so bending is the answer. Then the next question is, fixing a fallen dash. So what is something is falling? So let's see, in the second line of the last paragraph, an example might be repairing a gate that has collapsed onto the ground. So something is fallen onto the ground, that is gate. So the last answer is related to gate. So you can see that how from this strategy, that is reading the whole passage first, you can easily get the answers without wasting your time, so that you could efficiently manage your time during IELTS reading examination time. So these are the strategies along with the example which I want to give you, and I hope that these strategies will be helpful for you to get your desired band score in IELTS reading.